to Evening Hatha. So I'm Carmita. Thanks for joining me. The theme kind of has been changing weekly. Something that's been coming up in a lot of my own practices is incorporating more of the Sanskrit into practice, at least with the names, and then hopefully we'll move eventually into more conversation and meditation and mantra with the Sanskrit also. But we're just gonna go get started. We're gonna start with an extended time to really allow us to enter whatever space you find yourself in. Feel free to adapt the flow if you wish, to seat or bed. Maybe this is your way to calm down after a busy day. I know for me, it's kind of been more intense recently, so it's just nice in those intense times to allow a little more stillness, and it just allows new information, new messages, or some would say downloads to come into mind, and also just gives the body a little break. So go ahead and take a seated position. We'll start with the legs extended out in front. Shake anything out that you need out of your body. Get the body moving, the energy flowing, the blood flow. Take a breath and then maybe just close the eyes or find a point to gaze at. The legs and feet can be soft for now, maybe to help with balance, since you'll want to sit up with a long spine, the shoulders away from the ears, the crown up towards the sky, a little baby kind of tilt in the chin. So instead of looking high, you're just looking more forward. And then close those eyes if you haven't done so already. Let's just breathe. Just welcoming yourself into your room, your car, your space, your environment. Becoming aware of yourself and your body at this time. If there were any noises around you that were out of your control, as you bring awareness to your body, you'll also bring that awareness to breath, and those noises may dissipate. They may just kind of fade away at this point. So just breathing, letting go. Releasing whatever has happened already through every exhalation, allowing peace. As I'm pulling in the messages of what cards we're going to do today. So we're going to still add in a little bit of that. Just a little bit of Sanskrit. I was going to say Sanskrit. Sanskrit. It's kind of like the whole sacral thing, which now there are memes on a lot of TikToks and Instagrams. Is it sacral or sacral? Oh man, let anything go. Release of additional oxygen if it's asking to be released, or carbon. Continue to shake anything out that's asking to be released. And when you're ready, we're going to start with the Paschimottanasana, which is a seated forward fold. So you could have a little bend under the knees. You could have the feet flexed towards the sky now. And we're going to crawl into our seated forward bend or seated forward fold. Our Paschimottanasana is going to stretch the body. It's another version of a Uttanasana, you could say, but you're seated. And it incorporates the lower body, the back lengthens the spine, stimulates the organs, and kind of addresses things going on with the nervous system, relieving stress, anxiety, and mild depression. So our Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Take your time as you're breathing. Could go into a gentle, or you could focus on having the knees bent maybe to start. Allow that belly to rest upon the thighs and lower body. Eventually, after lengthening as the body crawls, as the hands crawl towards the lower body, maybe you add a little rounding in the back. You just soften the back. You don't have to purposely round, but you just allow the body to loosen up and stretch over the lower body and breathe. Take another inhale and exhale. And then when ready, slowly roll up the spine, releasing from your Paschimottanasana. And we're going to go right into pulling in the right foot and connecting it with the left inner thigh for a Janu Sirsasana. So this is going to be a head to toe fold. So now we're going to have a single fold. So once again, take your time, find your breath, and just kind of creep and crawl into your forward fold once again. So there's different variations. You may naturally want to allow one side of body resting over that extended leg, which may be your left, or you may notice that you bring special attention and awareness to the center and core as you're creeping, and you keep your core aligned to that. So make this your own practice, depending on where your body is asking to be stretched. It may be different for each of us. It may be different where your core and your upper body lay compared to mine. So take your time, find your rest, and then welcome your Janu Shur, I can't say it when I look at the phonetics. The Janu Sirsasana. Oh my gosh. Look at me getting tongue twisted. Janu Sirsasana. Losing it today. That's something actually that I was thinking about last night before bed was the spellings of certain poses, like even something like a Shavasana or Savasana. So it can be spelled SV, or you can find that more of American spelling or English spelling with more of the phonetics SH. So it may be SH Shiva, so SHAV, or you might have the SVA. So it can throw a little bit going back to the sacral and sacral. So the Janu Surshasana. There we go. Because on the back, it also on these cards has the pronunciation. So Janu Shirshasana. Yeah, that throws me though. They have a weird phonetic spelling on that. But it's Sirsasana. So it's a bit of a tongue twister. Sir Shirshasana. Shirshasana. Say that 3 times fast. So find your last breaths with your left leg possibly extended, your head to toe, your forward fold. Take another breath. And then when ready, you'll slow and steady to release. You're going to rise, allowing that blood flow to make its way back to the core and center of body. And then we're going to go right to the opposite side. So you're going to pull that left leg in, extending the right or vice versa, just depending which one you took out first. And then find your Janu Shirshasana when you're ready. So once again, just depending on where you're feeling that stretch, the body today, you may keep that center in that core aligned in center, or you may find that one side wants to rest and lay on that extended leg. So creep into it, feel the body. Where is it asking for kindness, for gentleness? Where is it asking for a little more oomph and stretch and awareness? And just work on that. And the foot coming in close to the inner thigh, this is a good prep for tree pose because you're lengthening, you're stretching through the body, you're starting to open up the hips. So it's great for that. So go ahead and breathe, rest in your fold. And they can be real gentle. This is the Hatha for calm, for evening, for rest. So if you don't want to forward fold all the way, don't do it if you don't want to. If you're not looking for that intensity, that intense pull or stretch, maybe you just focus on releasing, letting go, and going wherever the breath is taking you. So you could close the eyes to focus a bit more, breathe, lengthen. Check in with your jaw. If anything's feeling tight or tense in the shoulders, the jaw, the cheeks, the head, release, bring awareness to that. Let go of any grip. And after that next breath, be slow to rise. Coming out of your fold, we're going to go ahead and allow that left leg to be bent. And we're going to take a bend in the right knee, but allow that right knee to come up as that left knee stays connected to mat. And you're going to take your left foot closer to the right hip side or tail side. And then you're going to allow this right leg to either stay on right side or you're going to cross it over the left side. And then we're just going to have a gentle half Lord of Fishes start here by lengthening through the spine. Our arms are wrapping around the shin. Our body is going to face forward. Breathe, shoulders away from the ears. This is another one. It's an Ardha Matsyendrasana. That one I have down. So our Matsa fish, Indra ruler. So Matsyendra, king of the fish. So very interesting getting into the breakdowns of these poses. Strengthens and lengthens. Once again, going back to our organs, this one's going to welcome a cleansing or detox. An internal massage helps with the digestion and opens chest and heart space if you take the twist. So we start with that Ardha, that Matsa, that fish, right, lining up and growing and lengthening through the spine. And then you could stay here, or you have that option to swoop the right arm behind you, take the left outside of the right, and go in for your twist. Find another breath, and then when you're ready, be slow to release the arms and upper body coming back to center. Use the hands to support the legs. And coming out of your half Lord of Fishes pose, and then you're just going to allow that right knee to drop with control down to the mat. Right foot's going to go close to left side of tail. Left foot can stay on that left side or cross it over the right. Adjust anything that you need for your body. Wrap the arms around the shin, grow and lengthen and breathe. And if you choose, you could find that full Matsyendrasana by adding that twist. Find another breath. Release, welcome the body back to center. Allow the legs to unwind. Both knees come up to chest for a moment. Welcome activation in our core and our hips. We're going to keep the feet connected to mat. We're going to incline about 20 or 30 degrees. Extend and lengthen the arms away. Deep breath and breathe. Welcoming a little light fire, we'll go ahead and extend and lengthen the legs, toes pointing up. Tadasana, staff pose. So hands are going to come to sides, fingers connected, palms touching. You're going to extend and lengthen, unbending the elbows. You're growing tall in your seat. Breathe, release, relax, and forward fold once again. So crawl into that forward fold. Maybe this time the legs, the knees, maybe you're unbent. It's up to you. You could focus on lengthening by just allowing kind of almost like a seated gorilla pose where the fingers come over the toes and you're lengthening through that spine. And if you're doing a seated gorilla, then maybe you rock a little side to side. Or maybe you focus more on allowing that upper body to fold and connect with the lower body once again. And the more you fold over, you're going to start to really feel that stretch deepen in the back body. Breathe and let go, release anything that is asking to be relinquished. When ready, gently roll up the spine. We're going to unravel the bodies. We're going to slowly take the feet out to one side. We're going to come over onto all fours, Barmanasana, tabletop pose. And we're going to find some cats and some cows. Our Marjayasana, cat pose, and our this one's always another tongue twister. Vithalasana, cow. See, I never remember the cow pose, so it's nice to have these cards surrounding me. So Vithalasana for cow. You're dropping the belly, you're lifting the crown and tail. When you're ready for your Marjayasana, that's your cat. You're going to round the back. And continue to go through them as you wish. Eventually, after your next cat, you're going to come back to tabletop, our Barmanasana. And we're going to allow the feet to go flat here, and we're going to lift the knees off the mat. Another strengthening for the core, pressing the palms into mat, a little stretch into the legs, the feet. And then when ready, release. Wiggle those toes behind you if you choose. Bring awareness to the right arm. We're going to extend it out to side, raise it up to sky. Twisting the body as we go. Exhale, thread the needle. So adjust and adapt your arms as you choose for your thread the needle. Gently release. Come back to center. Take any little motions or moves that you need to reset. Flatten the feet once again. Lift the knees. Engaging the abdominals. Drop them back down to floor with control. Extend and lengthen. Twist up towards the sky with that left arm. Thread the needle. Adapt the opposite arm as you wish. Gently release, coming back to your Varmanasana, your tabletop pose. Allow those toes to curl and connect back with the mat. The heels come up and raise. And we're going to move extremely and slowly into a downward dog. So take your time. You don't have to rush into it. Just to really get a feel for your body. What's your body requesting today? What's it asking of you? So maybe you start with just some little tail wags. You take the hands forward a bit more. The fingers are spread apart. You're going to have those feet start to curl. Your tail getting ready to lift. Now you do have the option to stay on all fours and just kind of wiggle around here. But if you'd like, we're going to start to lift the tail, bending the knees. Start to notice as you align the head with the arms and spine. And really slowly, surely start to pedal the feet. Bring that engagement awareness to the abs again. Do what you need here for self. Maybe get a deep stretch through the calves on one side, bending one knee and lengthening through the other, and then taking that to the opposite side. And then when you're ready, adjust and find your downward dog. And then we're gonna find a variation of mountain. So another mountain pose is when we take both feet to center, getting a stretch through the back body still, and our tail becomes our top, our crown, and lengthen. And then we'll go ahead and start to release, welcoming the knees down to mat. Feet will go flat. Balasana, keeping the hips in line and the knees in line. So not mat width apart, keeping everything close. The arms are long, the forehead maybe connects to mat. Eventually, you're gonna allow maybe your hands to creep closer to the body, but the arms are staying long so that you're slowly allowing the tail to fall over the heels or connect with the feet behind it. Your forehead is maybe going to fall through center and connect with the mat. Then you'll adjust those arms as you need. And we're going to go ahead into a hare pose. So for the hare pose, you have options to get there. So of course, do what's going to work best for your body, but you do have the option to go right from this variation of Balasana to start to just kind of curl the head so the vision goes towards the knees and thighs, and your tail is going to lift as you find your hare pose. Your hands are going to move from the top of the mat towards the bottom, just on the sides of legs, or the fingers reaching for the toes. And you're going to curl and get a stretch in the neck for sure. Being gentle, being kind in your hare pose, taking as many breaths as you need. And then when you're ready, you're gonna roll out of your hare pose as you choose. So you're unrolling from the crown, the head. The arms are gonna scoop past through center, make their way towards the top of mat again. Your head and vision may raise for a moment as your tail lands back over the heels, and then you're gonna find Balasana once again. This time you have the option to take knees mat width apart, big toes touching behind you, lengthen, stretch, and breathe. Do what you need here, and then when ready, be slow to rise onto your shins. Welcome the legs in alignment with the hips once again. Take a breath. And then we're going to go ahead and take the hands forward. The feet are going to flow over to one side and extend out in front of body once again. And we'll give a little bend in the knees. The toes will lift off of the mat. The arms will extend. Slow and control. You're going to make your way onto your back. Once you make your way onto your back, keep the body long. Arms are going to go overhead. Legs are going to lengthen and straighten. Full body stretch here. So take that full body stretch. Take a deep breath. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to start with the left leg. We're going to bend the left knee at center, the left foot connecting to floor. We're going to take the right leg and lift it up to sky. and then cross it over the left thigh, the ankle just passing the left thigh, and just allow the body to hold here for a moment. Then you're going to shift your hips, your lower body to the right. You're going to welcome a spinal twist with the right foot connecting to the floor on left side. That left foot is going to be raised up, but going out towards the right. Take your hands where they support your practice and body. When ready, welcome everything back to center. Extend that leg back to sky and then bend the knee, welcoming foot to floor. Take the other leg high, cross it over, take the hips left, and allow that left foot to fall out to the right. Spinal twist to the right. That right foot is faced out towards left side. Hands are where they support you, and breathe. Remember, check in, relax those shoulders. Then allow everything to return to center once again. Adjust the hips. Leg goes high to sky. This time, that leg that's connected to floor will also come high to sky. Waterfall pose, a reverse staff pose or candlestick. You can take the hands behind the thighs for support, or you can lay them wherever you'd like. Here you could also get some ankle circles, some toe wiggles, whatever's calling you. Check in, relax those shoulders. And then when ready, slowly, surely bend the knees. Allow them to fall into chest. The arms wrap around the shins, rock side to side. You could take it around in one circle in one direction and then the other. Find stillness. Allow the knees to release from chest. Baddha Konasana, knees fall out to either side. Hands go where they support the body. Check back in with that breath. Inhale, exhale. Breathing into the body, visualizing that breath moving through and going down to the thighs, the groin, the legs, the lower body to help you open up. Relax shoulders, spine. Option to stay in your Baddha Konasana, or the option to slowly start to release into Shavasana or moment for peace. Doing whatever you need to take whatever your last asana will like to be. So as you find yourself taking your last asana, whether it be Baddha Konasana or Shavasana, may you enjoy that moment of peace and silence as long as you'd like. Maybe setting a timer, maybe just allowing yourself to relax in your space. Meditating, breathing, allowing an overwhelming sense of calm to stay with you as long as it may. I'd like to thank you for joining me for this evening's Hatha flow. May it ease you into the rest of your day with light, peace, smiles, and love. Namaste. So, when you are ready to release, take your time, no rush, no hurry. Do what you need for self, and I'll see you again next week.